And good Thursday morning, and welcome to 21's Veterans Day. It's going to be a wet one. We do hope you'll be able to join all the activities in downtown Meridian a little bit later this morning. 10:30 a.m., the Veterans Day program will take place at the Doughboy Monument. I hope you can make it out for that. That's just near in front of City Hall now, on the lawn there, since they got rid of the old Greyhound building. Y'all remember that? It's gone. You can see all the way to the courthouse now from the Doughboy Monument. I hope you'll go down and enjoy that. At 12 o'clock, they'll be heading over for a luncheon for all the veterans at the VFW Post 79 on Old Highway 80 West. And then, of course, the parade will come at 3 o'clock. Now, I never said that we wouldn't get a chance of being wet, as we'll look at radar in a moment as it's coming in from the west and coming across. I think it's moving quicker than originally expected. So we may get a break, and it may come through, and we'll be okay for a couple instances. We'll get into all of that in just a moment. Make sure to join us back here at 8 a.m. as we'll go live. We'll tell you about all what went on overnight. Several things, as usual. Some gunshots in the air. No one hurt last night. We'll tell you where those locations were, what area of town. All that's coming up at 8 a.m. Join me. We'll discuss all of that. As I mentioned today being Veterans Day, do not forget what that means. There's many a person right now that is stationed somewhere that can't be at home with their family and friends to protect us. That's what makes the United States in the end. It's not politicians. It's not people that promise big things that never come true. It's the men and women that go beyond and above to take that oath and protect us. It takes a special person. It does. Remember them today. This is what it's all about. So as we begin this day, remember that. Again, 10:30 a.m. this morning. A lot of folks have done that. All right, let's look at radar now as we begin this day, just where things are. As we pull this up, again, out here to our west, as you'll see here, we got a little break there. And let's go ahead and put this in motion where you can see what's happening. As it comes apart, as you'll see that break up, and it's going to come through this area right here, moving a little bit faster, I think, than originally anticipated. As we look at the fog this morning to the south of us, if you're south of Hattiesburg, south of Waynesboro, these areas here, look at that. That's some thick fog there. That's going to be Highway 63 in that area there. Also Highway 57, 98 as it comes into the Loosedale area. If you're any there, Centronelle, how many of us have gone through there and stopped at that Hardee's there headed toward the beach? Well, it's the only stop. They got the only game in town. So heavy fog in there if you're headed to Mobile as well this morning there. Showers to the east of New Orleans, but as we go back over this way, we see that in Louisiana, they've got this storm system that is making its way our way, just north of Beaumont, all through the Lake Charles area. And, of course, that's a heavy traffic area if you've traveled through there, headed toward the Houston-Beaumont area there on 10. As we come up and look at this, as we follow this crossing Highway 49, making its way toward the Mississippi line, we got heavy showers to the southwest of Meridian this morning down in Natchez. So y'all be careful there. That's heavy rain. Not any thunderstorm warnings or anything like that. But again, that's some of that strong rain right there. As we come on up and bail out on this, it gets a little bit lighter right there at Vicksburg and breaks in between Vicksburg and there and just north of Jackson there as it comes across. Now, as we get up toward the Delta, we've got a little bit more serious rain going on at this point. As we look at this right around Greenwood, all of this area here, Morgan City, Kruger, right there. We got some heavy rain coming into that area there. So keep it in mind. Edabina, getting some heavy rain. Even up here as we get closer to the northern part of the state there. Grenada, heavy rain there. All the way up to the state line. Here's Oxford, and it's just to the west there. Highway 55, or Interstate 55 is a better way of putting that, isn't it? Heavy rain in those areas there. And we will get this rain later. It looks as though, again, that it's moving a little bit faster than anticipated, which is good news for us. And maybe we can get back to normal and have a great Veterans Day after this passes. Should be over and done by 5 regardless. If it can always slow down. It's Mother Nature. We know how that works. That's the way it is. How are you this morning? I hope everybody's feeling good, getting a good start to the day. As we say good morning to Bree Packer. It is Friday Eve. Thanks for reminding me. Terry Ray is up, and she says a very thank you to all veterans, and we do that. Sylvia Stewart also thanking the veterans. Linda Todd Court is up. How are you? Pam Grice, good morning. Happy Veterans Day. Jamie Germany is up. She says thanks to the men and women who have given their lives in service for our country. There are a lot of those out there. Brian McCary, good Thursday from Wyandotte. God bless you. I've got an event coming up in Wyandotte that you sent me there. that is going to be going on before long. We'll talk about that. Flora Overstreet and also Bernadette Odom. How are you today? Thanks for those who served our country. It's important. Families do, as you point out, sacrifice as well as they go off and have to do without their loved ones there. George Godwin is up, and Veronica Cheney. Morning to you. I hope you're doing good, too. It's one of those days to where this is the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the deciding factor how your day is going to be. So I highly urge each of you to go get a cup of coffee. It usually is an attitude adjustment, or at least it is for me. It makes me a happier person. I'm kind of grumpy before I get that. I'm not real focused. So grab a cup of coffee and save the world. Have a better attitude today. Good luck with that. All right, let's turn our thoughts to the weather this morning and dig deeper into this of what we got going to happen. All right, let's look at this.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go back for our record highs and our record lows, 1969. That might have been the year that I was born. It was a warm day, 83. Wow, warm there. Wasn't around in 1894, but it was a very cold day, a record set of 24 degrees upon this date back in 1894. It's been a little while there. As we move forward, this is what is expected. Rain today, 71 for a high in the Meridian area. Philadelphia, you'll get about 69 there as Marty Stewart continues that work on the theater, and we go north there through Knox, Pater, Louisville, and over to Macon. We're still sitting at 69. At Mississippi State, y'all expect it to be right around 68 degrees as we go west to Vicksburg, 71, warmer there. The Greenwood area up in the Mississippi Delta where it's raining hard now, 69 for a high. As we go south into Natchez, one of the most beautiful places on earth that you will ever visit, right here in our home state, 71 for a high there, down to Hattiesburg, 74 also. Now, let's cut across to our friends in Alabama that join us each and every day. Tuscaloosa will set a high today of 72. 64 as you go northward into Hamilton. We'll sit at 71 right around Livingston, Alabama, and through Geiger in these areas there and all of there. Demopolis, 75 down to Selma. It'll be 76. Warmer over at Montgomery, 77 is what they're expecting there. As we look at what is coming, this is going to be, and I got the title wrong at the top. I apologize about that. I wasn't paying attention. But we've got a chance of frost coming on Sunday morning. So if you've got something outside that you don't want to die, meaning as in a plant, shrubbery, either cover it up or bring it in the house. Expect it to be very cold. We'll get into those breakdowns of what it is, but it could be that 33 to 35. I think we're forecasted it at 34 at this point. It can either go below or a little warmer. So y'all watch that. That's coming up on Sunday morning. Cold as you'll get ready to go to church there. All right, let's look forward now. What's going on in the tropics? This is a 40% chance of developing. It could get stronger today, but within the next 2 days, it will most likely fade away as it hits different waters, and it will change the outlook of this. So this is a threat at the moment, but it will fade away soon. So nothing to worry about in the long term past the weekend. Most likely is what everybody is predicting on this from the National Hurricane Center. So no worries for us, and way away from the Gulf and also from the Atlantic, their coastline up the eastern coastline of the United States. So we're good there. As we look at what's happening temperature-wise, what's going to happen over the next 6 to 10 days? Mississippi, right now, we're normal. But as you'll notice out here to the west, as we get just about, say halfway in between Vicksburg and Jackson, it's already starting to show that it's rising in the temperature. And as we go further west, back toward California and Texas, it's hot, it's warm, and it's moving this way to up the temperatures just a little bit before they go back down. Rain brings a little bit warmer weather. Below average there still. And most of eastern Alabama, across Georgia and the Carolinas, and down to Florida. Now, here's our breakdown of what we've got going on everything today as we talk about our weather. 90% chance of showers today as we look at this. A high of 70 to 71 at most, and it's going to be gusty. It'll be wind blowing when you get out of your car. It's not going to be a great hair day. 20-mile-an-hour gust. The rain should end by 5. And again, as I said, as we look at radar on this, it is moving quite quickly. It's not slow dragging, just beating it. It is moving faster than I thought. Tonight, we'll get down to about 42. 41, 42 will be our low tonight. That's chilly, but not cold. By tomorrow, sunshine returns, and we'll get 69, just a degree cooler. And by the weekend, as you can see in front of you there, temperatures will go down. Saturday, 54 for a high. Now, the National Weather Service is putting this low here at Saturday night right around 34 is what they're expecting. My system says 35, so either way, 33 to 35 in that area, we could get some frost out of this. And Sunday morning when you wake up, now that's high of 54. We're already past the high at this point of what it's going to be all day Saturday. As you move into Sunday with that frost that morning, cover your windshield up, by the way, 60 degrees for a high. We'll get back down to 40 and then into the 30s again on Monday night. But as we look at this, we'll have averages of low 60s, nighttime lows digging into about 40 for the next 7 days. Let's go a week after that, and let's go all the way to Thanksgiving. What's going to happen on your Thanksgiving day as we pull this up? By the 18th, we're at 71, and then it goes back down again into those mid-60s as we were talking. And as we look at Thanksgiving, we've got 64 for a high and a nighttime low of 45. Maybe a chance of a shower there on Thanksgiving. And again, that's out. Partly cloudy skies leading up to Thanksgiving Day. Doesn't it always seem that way where you can't go out back and play tag football and everything with everybody at Thanksgiving? Let's hope that rain chance moves to a day past that when everybody is together. That's what we hope anyway. We can't guarantee that's what will happen. But for the most part, 60s, we got a cold weekend coming up, nighttime lows. Don't forget, as I mentioned there, especially if you've got, I'm the world's worst. Who has gotten a cracker in their windshield and you'll drive it for years as long as you can? If you've got a crack there, cover that up to where when you heat that, it won't split as much. That old heater makes them go, doesn't it? All right, let's look at deer hunting today. What's going to happen? Is it good, bad, or ugly? Well, it's an average day is what we've got. If you're going to be hitting the woods today, your major time is going on right now through about 9 a.m. It starts at 7, the best feeding times for today. So if you can, be out there this morning. As we look at our second major time today, it's going to be after dark. So a morning hunt is the best for today. As we get into what will the winds do today, it's going to be a south wind, 5 to 10 miles an hour, moving west-northwest by this afternoon. But here's the kicker there where it just really messes things up is that gust of 20 miles an hour. Deer doesn't like it. Y'all know it. You've been in a tree. You've been up there, and they're spooky, to say the least. Can you kill a deer when it's windy? Yes, you can. Is it fun? It's a little bit harder. It's a harder challenge there. So that's what we got, average day. And again, the best time to hunt is going on now through about 9 o'clock this morning before that rain comes in our area there is what we're looking at there. A few more good mornings. Karina Jones, how are you today? Morning. Glad to see you there. Janice Bounds, Miss LaWanda Grantham, glad to be here. Bruce Aiken joins us along with Sandy White. How are you doing? Hope all is well in your world there. Tommy Long, good morning to you. Steve and Wanda McKinnon's up. Chris Gully, thanks to all veterans. We're going to be talking to Chris a little bit later on this morning. There's a benefit coming up for Jody Francis. It's going to be out at the Neshoba Fire Department on Saturday beginning at 2 o'clock. And Britt and he will be there singing. She's had a bad case of COVID, and the community's coming together to help out, help raise some money. We all know how that affects people. It's rough. And helped a lot of people, and the community's pulling together to help her. But we'll talk to Chris about this morning. A little after 8, he'll fill us in all the details of what's going to be going on with that and how you can help. We'll do that. Again, thank y'all for dropping by. We're sitting at, roughly a quarter till 7. So we'll kick the morning show off in just a little over an hour. We got a lot to talk about. We want you to be a part of it. Join us back here. We'll be live at Facebook, YouTube, even on Twitch, and then we'll go live on television as well. On MeTV 24. If you've got Comcast, that'll be channel 248, or you can do it on the antenna at 24.3. Any way that you can watch us, we don't mind. Just join us. It's always a lot of fun, and it all comes from your comment and what you put in and tell us is going on in the community. And a big thank you to everybody that sends in pictures when you see things, and then we track it down from there to try to get, as they say, the rest of the story. So if you bump into something, share it with us so we can let others know. We appreciate that. All right, I'll see you back in just a few moments. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors that do this each and every day. One of the folks there is Eastgate Tire. Can't miss them there. And Marion, if you need a set of tires, go in and see Matthew. Him and his family will take care of you. Good folks. He'll help you out there. And also, as you go to house, don't forget to drop in and see all my friends at Talbert Enterprises. They got a part just for you right there for your car. Save you money on top of it also. We'll see you soon as we'll kick into the morning show at 8. Thanks a bunch for dropping by with Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by